Assalamu alaikum. This is Brother Clifton Raheem Bradley of the Underground Railroad television show in Chicago. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30, and this show is about Islam. And what is the importance of Islam and why? Why is it a Muslim's obligation to even fast during the month of Ramadan? You know, I'm doing shows on Ramadan because in my limited degree of knowledge, I know that it is my responsibility and my obligation to do these things. Whether one watches or 1,000 watch, and it was Fajr. Fajr prayer is our first prayer in Islam, and I have a brother, brother Beha. He's my brother. He's my friend. I love him for this. I love him for the sake of Allah. He will, inshallah, he will be calling in, and you will hear me give him the greeting words of Assalamu alaikum because he's calling in. Will not be able to take any telephone calls. But Beha is a brother, Islamic brother that don't play no games, and he loves Islam, and he goes to Masjid El Fatir, where I go at in Chicago at 4900 South Woodlawn. But I also encourage you to go to Masjids like Masjid El Farouk at 8900 South Stony Island, spreading Islam. But people don't know they have Masjid El Farouk. They have places for you to live. Plus, you need food, you can get it. And they're doing good things, and they're doing everything they can to propagate the word of Islam. Believe in the Sharia. The Masjid El Assad on 3700 Calumet. Go there. Okay. That's a good mosque to go to. And out in Harvey. There's a mosque out in Harvey. You know what? For the sake of me, I cannot remember the name. They have an excellent teacher out there, brother Dana. He's a doctor in Harvey. And teaches Islam, and they are spreading. I think that you can get burials there for Muslim brothers, and I'm encouraging people that to consider Islam as a religion. Again, there's no compulsion whatsoever in Islam. There's no compulsion. Therefore, nobody should force anybody to come into any religion. No. So there's talk, hey man, Islam was spread by the sword and all that. That's untrue. So these are people that we pray 5 times a day, believe in one God, pay the zakat, the Hajj. These are the Hajj is when you go to Holy Mecca to walk in the footsteps of man. It's not Sarah. You know what? Again, somebody's going to correct me. You walk in the footsteps of one of the prophet's wives. And it's right off the tip of my head. You follow steps, and and you circle the house, worship that Abraham did construct with his son. And you're doing all this for the sake of, you're doing this all for the sake of Allah. All for the sake of Allah. So I should have Brother Beha calling up in a couple of minutes. I'm looking forward as to having him as a guest on the show. He's somebody that I have just known for years, and you know what? And if there's something that you want to say about Islam, or you think that it's something that I don't understand, and I always protest, I am not a scholar. You know what? Put it in the chat room. You know, say hi to the people in Canada, the United States, Central America, Asia, Africa, the UK, in let me see, in Ethiopia, all these countries, you know, and China, because there are some Muslims that are being oppressed. They're being oppressed in China and Russia. I hope that I hope that I hope that peace will come to between the Russians and the Ukrainians. But I am waiting on Brother Beha to call me. You know what? I might have to call him. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to call him and I'm going to put him on the speakerphone. I don't know what happened because things happen. So I am calling Brother Beha. Like I said,
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, brother. How you doing, brother? Ramadan Mubarak, brother.
Ramadan Kareem.
You know, I want to say for the people that are looking at this on the internet, you know, I'm going to have him on in person. You know, he lives so close to me. But this is a podcast, and I have Brother Beha that I have been knowing for years. He is a brother that does not bite his tongue. What he says about Islam is what he means. And I hate to steal your words about biting your tongue, but this is a brother that has been working tirelessly in the community to propagate Islam, and that is mandatory. Please, brother, because I could talk about you all day about all the good things that I know that you have done, but can you make an introduction of yourself?
Well, my name is Alan Good. I've been in the community for a good little while. I accepted Islam when I was like 19 years old, South Point College.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from Malcolm X College
Mm-hmm.
1971, 1967.
Mm-hmm.
I switched Malcolm X College from
Wow.
junior college to Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I grew up in this place now. I was the president of the alumni for 20 years now.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm the ambassador for the Malcolm X College now. That's 4 weeks ago. I got interested in Islam and I had met up with a man who was 50, close to my age, and he introduced me to the religion. And I studied it for like a couple of years, just observed it, watched it, listened, and I got very interested in it. In the first place I went, when I graduated in 21, I went into the Nation of Islam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm there, called the First Resurrection. I joined school there. I stayed a lieutenant in the ranks of the FOI, Trooper of Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
And in 75, after the 3 or 4 years being in compliance community, Elijah Muhammad Davis transition.
Mm-hmm.
And his son took over. So I followed his son, Warren B. Muhammad. And at that time, he was called Walter Muhammad, one Elijah Muhammad's son.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed in the community with him,
Mm-hmm.
and then we made the transition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still with that passion to a certain extent, Orthodox Islam, that he took us with because they, as a mosque on 47th in the city of Chicago, Woodlawn. And so for the last 10 years, so for better, I've been open the masjid up for pure and awesome prayer. And I'm there for the rest of it too, but that's my responsibility.
Yes.
Uh,
And I would like to ask you, with all due respect to all
yeah,
other religions and denominations, what made you choose Islam over all of the rest of the religions? And there are many religions on this earth. And this is with all due respect to my audience. And I would
right.
like to.
I'm not with Christianity, like a lot of Afro-American, and I'm not going to church, Christian,
Hmm.
but I was searching, I was looking.
Hmm.
I found the fallacies that were going on. As I read, not just somebody telling me about it, I started reading.
Hmm.
John 8, chapter 8, verse 44.
Hmm.
And in the red italics is saying that these are the words of Jesus said.
Hmm.
So one of the parts was saying, we're not people of born to fornication. We have one Father, even under God. That's what the Jews said. The Jews said, God was your Father, you love me.
Hmm.
But I proceeded forth and came from God.
Hmm.
Neither did I come on my own, but He sent me.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I said, wait a minute. Then He said, three God, three this, that, no. So I had to study, I had to watch, I had to read, I had to go find out. And just the first move I made was 360 degrees of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I went to Hebrew Israelite.
Hmm.
I started with that. The proper way of eating it, how do you pork, this, that, and the other. So it's a trouble. You try to learn. So the next step I went into was from Hebrew Israelite. My name was Yehuda. I took the name Yehuda. Then I went into the Nation of Islam,
Hmm.
or Orthodox Islam to a certain extent. And I
Hmm.
was trying to figure out what was happening there. I was, people, and how do you deal with people, and how do you deal with people,
Hmm.
all the colors, I just was searching, and so I've been dealing with it now 15 years. 15
Dulillah.
years. I was born I'm 72 now.
And
So
mhm.
it's been a blessing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been a blessing.
And you know what? And congratulations on your twins too. Congratulations, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very, very much.
Okay.
I just left this. I have I have twins that are 20 months old. One is the girl I named the boy, allowed and the girl, Khalid Fatisha. And I kept saying, because I have a son that's 4 months old, November 16th. His name is Mustafa Abdallah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
And it's your girl, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jordan. So that's the four. I'd start over again because my boys, my boys,
Yes.
my Duda is 48. My Keel is 46. Malika Nas is 45. My oldest girl is 54, 1968.
Mm-hmm.
And then my baby girl is she's came out of Valparaiso in Indiana. She's 1990 baby. She's 31. She was born Halloween, October 31st. So
Alhamdulillah.
give me 5 boys and 5 girls. So and they're college graduates and stuff. And so I'm real proud and happy of that.
So you got twins. You get I'm saying it while I say this. He's 75 or 80, but he gets the opportunity to start all over again.
Children come from God. Children come from God. And my thing is the father is the educator, and that's a lot like about the community of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
They free the women, and they educate their children.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. And
a lot of people know.
mm-hmm.
I'm listening.
No, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, I was going to just say that a lot of people have a lot of knowledge and information, but they don't share. You
Yes.
know, that's one of the reasons they wanted me to be ambassador because they wanted me to write a book. You
Oh,
know, and I'm probably going to do it because I do I do it. In the last 2017, but the problem was when writing a book for me was that it's hard to express something, say something to people when you know all this comes from God. You
yeah.
know, I don't seem like I'm taking the credit for my life and the things that have happened to me
Mm-hmm.
because I know it truly is a blessing from Allah.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank Allah for His blessing.
Yeah. Brother, I would like to ask you about, what, first of all, I know you got so many connections. You probably know Tyler Perry and could get him made into a movie. I know.
Well, Allah knows best, so
Okay.
I just leave it like
but
that.
but I want to, you know what, brother, I want to ask you. There are a lot of
Mhm.
people that do not understand what Ramadan is. Then you may be working with somebody and notice they're not eating, they're not drinking, they're over there reading their Quran, which we should be doing on a regular basis. What is Ramadan for a listening audience that has no knowledge whatsoever about it, and for the Muslims that do know to reinforce what they know? What is Ramadan?
Well, Ramadan is one of the pillars. Pillars is like what holds the religion of Islam up.
Mm-hmm.
First is the belief in Islam. Second is prayer. Third is charity. Fourth is fasting during the holy month of Ramadan. And fifth is making the Hajj. That's going to Mecca, like Malcolm X did.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens is that Ramadan is 30 days where we don't drink or eat anything for 30 days and from sun up to sundown. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's from sun up to sundown. And before we can eat, then it's permissible to have a drink of water, have something to eat. And all the, which say prophets, God, all of them fast.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, Moses, Noah,
Mm-hmm.
Lot. So it's just a fasting.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's one of the pillars that to hold up the religion.
Mm-hmm.
And it cleanses your body and makes it, we do it once a year,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it cleanses the body and washes away your sins away. Like purify. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Ramadan is. It's a burden. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like all the things that you desire, you have to let go. You're not listening to music. You're not excessive talking on the phone or whatever that you have to give up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give up some things. You know, that's one of the things to give up is
And,
watching TV and all the different things that it's a sacrifice.
mhm.
That's where it comes from.
and,
It's
and,
a sacrifice.
and you know what, brother Beha, is it mandatory that a Muslim do this? And if they are sick or ill, if they're in a normal situation, is it mandatory? And what about if they're sick or ill? What happens?
Well, if you miss the 30 days or miss a day or so, it's permissible to make those days up. But if you're sick, you don't have to do it at all. If you're ill, you don't have to do it at all. If you're traveling, you don't have to do it at all. But you make those days up when you're in position to do that, because Islam does not put nothing on you that you cannot bear. It's one of the major things with Islam. They don't force nothing. Islam is not you can't force nothing in Islam. You can't force nobody to be in a religion. You can't force no, you can't do that. And we're taught and trained that you don't do that.
And you know what? Another question, and correct me if I am incorrect. If a Muslim cannot make it, does it not say that if he cannot make it, he can feed one person, but prayer, but doing the fast is best if only they knew. If I'm incorrect, correct me, please.
Yeah, and that is correct. If you can't do this, if you can't do that, you can feed the poor. You can feed 10 people. You can feed 20 people. You can feed 5 people. One of the things I do for the holy month of Ramadan is I'm getting in the car now. When we break our fast, I try to have water, dates, and fruit
Mm-hmm.
laid out for them.
Mm-hmm.
fast 10 or 12 years. I enjoy it. I love it. Even though I'm fasting and reading and everything, you still do the best you can as a human being to try to do that. Islam teaches you to be a good human being, good to humanity, good to yourself.
You know what? Why does Ramadan come why does it come in a different month every single year? And what does the beginning of Ramadan represent?
Well, we all look forward to it, and every year from 1400 years ago, when the United comes out, what happens is that it goes down. Say, for instance, if it was in December,
Mm-hmm.
then the next year it would go into November. The
Mm-hmm.
next year it would go into October, and
Mm-hmm.
so it declines going back.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's what April 6th, second start, so maybe second over. It goes either 29 days or 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Not over 30 and not less than 29. Those
Mm-hmm.
30 days.
What is
And
the what is the first day of Ramadan significant to in the Quran?
well, the first third part of of Ramadan is mercy.
Okay.
There's a lot. These sections have a significance in the 30 days. Like we read one third of the Holy Quran every day.
Yeah.
One third of it, because it's 30 to make the whole Quran.
Mm-hmm. I would like to ask you to correct me if I am wrong. That the beginning of Ramadan represents the first day that the Quran, the words of angel Gabriel were given to Prophet Muhammad. If I'm wrong, correct me.
It took 23 years
Mm-hmm.
for him to complete the Holy Quran.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he lived after becoming a prophet, peace and blessings upon him, 23 years. He was 40 when he came into prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was 63 years old when he made the transition.
Alhamdulillah.
And the Quran was revealed in those 23 years. It took the whole 23 years for the Quran to be revealed.
Okay.
And that got billions of people on the planet Earth that had accepted Islam. And it's the fastest growing. Google it. Don't just say what I'm saying. The fastest growing religion in the world.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's two more questions I want to ask you. I would like to know. Can you send a message out to Muslims like in China and Palestine Muslims that are being oppressed overseas for their belief in Islam? Can you give them some type of words, encouragement?
Well, the Quran and the reading of the Quran strengthens you. Allah tells you in His Quran, as a messenger said, that no affliction and no calamity can ever occur without the permission of Allah. I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
No calamity can ever occur,
Mm-hmm.
all good or bad, can never occur without God's permission.
Mm-hmm.
You may not see it, I may not see it, but God sees it. Allah knows.
Mm-hmm. So that's your words of words of encouragement for the Muslims that are being oppressed and jailed for in Islam, like in China and all these other places. Okay.
You pray for them, and you recognize the fact that Allah is still in charge. That's my word.
Okay.
When everything else is said and done, life is a test. No matter where you at, no matter who you are, it's a test.
Mm-hmm.
It always has been, always will be. You have to keep your faith and trust in Allah. Here we guys, look at Job. Look at anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They go through trials and tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
We go through it.
Mm-hmm.
How could you want heaven if you never caught hell?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't differentiate between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is good? You got to have again and again. You got to have a good and a bad. This is life. We live for this. All we do is pray to Allah, and Allah said He hates cowards. So when you have to fight, you fight in the name of Allah.
Never be an aggressor.
never be the aggressor, but you fight what you have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you survive. And there ain't no fear. The only fear you got is fear of Allah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fear something, that's another sense of worship. You
Mm-hmm.
worship that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the day we worship him for Allah.
Alhamdulillah. And can you tell us something about Masjid El Fachir? And I'm gonna say to people, I go to Masjid El Fachir.
Albert Hill, and that's it. I'm very happy for him. Appreciative and grateful for it because Muhammad Ali had used his area that he was a boxing area down in that part of Chicago and donated it for the mass activity bill. Then he donated the money. Then Herbert Muhammad, who's Jabber Muhammad, who's one of Elijah Muhammad's sons, who was Muhammad Ali's manager for 30 years, and his best friend, they got together and built something from the ground up, a mosque. And so I've been around for 50 years. I haven't seen nobody else from the so-called American blacks. I thought zakat just went all over the world, but I've never seen nothing from one brick from the ground, build it up from the ground, a masjid for the community, right in the middle of the community. And all nationalities are there, and it's a beautiful thing. And we keep it clean. We don't get no donation from here, no donation from there. The government don't give us no money. We maintain it. It's hard, it's rough, but I'm grateful and thankful that we have something that we can call our own. That we're not going running over to Spain and Sweden and every other daggone place. And nothing has been built for us. Nothing. But we built something for ourselves.
Yes.
And I take it. I receive a lot of pride in that. I'm thankful and grateful. Appreciative of Allah for blessing us. They have the insight to do that and to get it done. And it's been up since 1983.
And you know what, brother? I want to say, you know what? I have been asking you questions, and you know what? There may be something incumbent upon that you want, message that you want to relay, but I do have one more question. and, mm-hmm. And my question is, why should a person consider coming to Islam? Why should they think about it? We know there's no compulsion in Islam. Nobody can force you. Why should a person think about it? Why should they consider? Why?
If they got something going on good with their lives, then hey, I got no problem with that because Allah, you don't choose Allah, Allah chooses you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You don't choose God, God chooses you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And He gives you all the opportunity and all the different things. There's no need to not bow to Him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't do you no wrong. You do wrong to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So Islam is the word that means peace and paradise. It's been great, beautiful in my life and my children's lives, and I'm grateful for it. And if you go through trials, you're looking at people that was on drugs, alcohol, dope, all that kind of stuff. And then you see a difference when they have turned around and accepted Islam. You see a difference in their life. You know, look at this one who calls himself Muslim. And you know the difference when somebody is a Muslim, that means complete submission to the will of God. You know, we don't carry no knives and guns and all that kind of not necessary. We put all our faith and trust in God, in Allah.
Yes.
Islam is what has helped me out a lot. So I suggest that if you really want to change your life and make a beautiful thing for yourself and the rest of your family, make a difference, check out Islam.
Yes.
Check it out. Don't run from it. Don't get scared of it. I check Christianity out. I check the Hebrew Israelites out, the Jewish people. I check everything, and it says Islam tell you to follow knowledge, even if it takes you to put us China.
Yes.
Yeah, follow it. Check and see it out. You know, don't be afraid. Check it out.
Okay. And you know what? I want to say, people that are watching this, you know what? I go to Masjid El Fachir, but you know what? There are other mosques, Masjid El Farouk.
I was there this morning.
Okay.
People told me out. I was there this morning to watch prayer.
Okay. Okay.
And I go to 49th Street in Giles over there, Calumet.
Yes.
I was there last night.
Yeah.
You know.
And
So yeah. So all the different masjids in the city, wherever you find a mosque, that it's a good thing to do. And because it's different, like in Saudi Arabia, at Mecca and Medina. I was there 10, 12 years ago, and every corner there's a masjid, and everything stops. So it stops. They call the azan. Everybody comes and have prayers, and they go back to work. But there's no place you can go and turn that's not a mosque. It's always the mosque.
Yeah,
And all everybody comes and prays, and then it's calling of the azan and looking at it's just beautiful. Well, that's hard. That's the fifth pillar of Islam. To do it once in your lifetime. I have like 6 hours done Chicago Fire Department, and I went 1 year before I retired.
Alhamdulillah. And forgot the Batah Center, and don't forget MCC. You know what? And Harvey, I have been treated well, but this brother, it was something about him that he did the way, you know what, I was going to other mosques. He said something. I'm not gonna say because that's a confidential conversation. But I've been going to mosques there. I've been going to mosques El Fachir. It's my home mosque, but go wherever you want to go.
Yeah, because a lot of you that made the earth nation.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
you should go around and see the other Muslims, talk to the other brothers, and see how people are doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in one spot. I go to all the Harvey, I go to SCC, I go to all the different places.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just make myself, my presence known. My brothers, the people in Jemaat, with the other followers.
Mm-hmm. But you know, to the people that are listening, and Islam is spreading. To the Muslims that are listening overseas, Islam is spreading like wildfires in the United States of America and the world.
My brother. If they want to know and have knowledge about things, they can Google it.
Mm-hmm.
The information is there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to deal with, that's a horse of another color.
Mm-hmm.
But the information is there. There's so much stuff that I can tell you and say to you that people may not be crazy about. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that you know all these found all these come out. Oh yes, right. But why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say this to me?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Ishmael's mother?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Ishmael? Who is Bilal? What land? What's around the Mediterranean Sea? What's around the Nile?
Mm-hmm.
What's the mother of civilization?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'll tell me the mother, but you won't tell me who the father of civilization.
Alhamdulillah.
These are facts.
Mm-hmm.
All these different type of facts. But they close their eyes and put their fingers in their ears like the Holy Quran says, and act like it ain't lightning, rain, and thunder outside.
Mm-hmm.
But it is. And you know the facts.
Mm-hmm.
You just hope other people don't know.
Mm-hmm. You know what? At one point, you know what? In the future, I would like to do a show with you talking about the Hajj and how wonderful it is. I have not made the Hajj.
It's something to behold. It's something to behold. Those I saw, please just not run down the place.
Mm-hmm.
Allah has a way of touching the heart, touching you. The truth has a way of touching you.
Mm-hmm.
If you any kind of game you want to play on the planet Earth, you can't hide from it.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot hide from the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It bear witnesses. It's like a ball. You throw it down, it bounces back at you.
Yes. Yes. And you know what, brother Beha, I'm so grateful to be your brother and considered a friend to you. And you are a friend to me, and I am grateful. And this is my little part of trying to propagate Islam. But I have been asking you a series of questions. But you know what? There may have been something that you wanted to say, a message that you want to convey to the people that may look at this broadcast and see it later on that I did not give you the opportunity to say. So I'm going to close my mouth.
No, I think you did an excellent job. I just wanted to say questions you had was legitimate and straight. And I tried to answer them as honestly as I possibly could. I'm just going through what happened. I will go this is going to transpire, But anytime there's time to talk about Islam or be a good person, you have to change your priority.
Mm-hmm.
You just like having 2 glasses of water. One is clean and one is dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You keep drinking a dirty glass of water, you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
You keep drinking clean glass of water, you're going to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So continue to do what you call yourself doing.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got mad. I raised 3 boys, 50, 48, 46, I mean, they all college graduates. I didn't argue and fight for my son. I used to carry me a measure stick in my pocket.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
They bumped their head off the wall. I measure how far they went, put my stick back in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And I stuck my hand out to tell my son, this is a hand that won't break away from you. But you got the right to break away from it. Mm-hmm. And if you decide to break away from this hand, you got to get back to this hand the best way you can. Because I don't believe the right shot to go to the head is wrong. Mm-hmm. To the son and the daughter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Allah tells us to love our parents and do the best you can with them. And don't turn away from your family. Because every prophet, every last one of them, every last one of the prophets, peace and blessing of Allah be upon all of them. Their biggest challenge, their biggest test was their own family.
Yeah.
No one lied. Think of them and the answer comes to you. Anyway, brother, thank you for letting me have the opportunity to talk on your program. I look forward to talking on it again. And to the public, thank you for listening to me. And I pray and hope to Allah that I may have been part of something that will help you in your endeavor.
Oh, this is our job. And for the people that got something from this, please send me your prayers and include me in your salats, because I need all the prayers I can get. And if you want to make a donation at my PayPal, to my PayPal account, put it down there. But just your prayers are more important. I know I get whatever Allah wants me to have, but this is my job, to propagate Islam. I'm not a scholar. I'm not an expert. Not at all. So the bad that you hear come out of me is from myself, and the good that comes out of me comes from Allah. And you know what? Like I said, join us at 4700 South Woodlawn, Masjid El Fatir, and support your local mosque no matter where you go. And Brother Beha, it has been a pleasure. It's always good. I love it, brother. I stole your work. Got him bite my tongue. I love that, brother. Okay?
Right. I talk with you, my brother, man. Allah continue to let Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem and Assalamu alaikum. Shukran. Okay. So this brother has been working tirelessly in the community to uplift Islam. And you know what? This is not to put down any other religion. You do what you want to do. But I'm just asking you to consider Islam as your religion. I'm not telling you, nor was it spread by the sword. Okay? And support your local mosque. I want to say thank you to everybody, that send donations to the PayPal account. And you got a penny, whatever. Thank you for the prayers to continue on in my work with my limited degree of knowledge to spread Islam. And Islam is spreading in the United States of America to the Muslims overseas. And I always send a message out here to Muslims, Haitians, whoever you are. Chicago is a sanctuary city. It's a sanctuary city. Sanctuary city means you could come into Chicago. There are other sanctuary cities. You don't need documentation. You don't have to hide. You don't have to duck. They're going to help you out financially in Chicago, where you can stabilize yourself. Get back on your feet. So don't worry about, I'm hiding. I'm hiding from the police. I'm hiding from RDF or whoever it is. They will help you in Chicago because it is a sanctuary city, even if you don't have any documentation. Now, I'm telling you something that's the law. That's the law in Chicago. And also a thank you to President Joe Biden which I know is Allah's will, of letting Muslims come in from Afghanistan to the United States of America, and he's letting Ukrainians come in. This is good. You know, Joe Biden to me, President Joe Biden, I see good, and he's not a Muslim, but I see good. He has a good heart. He has a good heart. And two enemies that are two enemies that are monitoring Islamic mosques all over the globe and agencies. Homeland Security, CIA, FBI, Mossad, and KGB, and I forgot China's police that are monitoring Islamic groups. You know what? It doesn't do any good because you know what? Most the Muslims that I know, you monitor and send in people, the spies, to do things covertly, but it doesn't make any difference because we pray 5 times a day. We believe in Allah. We believe in the Zakat. We believe in going to the Hajj. All these things. So sometimes when you going inside the Islamic mosque, there could be somebody out there taking pictures of you. But you know what? They had a right to, because you know what? Anything in public, you can take the picture of. And they send in little people dressed as repairman, telephone repairman. Let me see. I'm drywalling, and they plant little bugs, the cameras, and listening to devices. You know what? I hope that the enemy, once you go in and you really sit down and listen to what the imam is saying, Wallace D. Farah Muhammad Wallace Muhammad used to say, I know it's enemies in the mosque, in the place of worship, but you know what? They can sit in the front row because they may learn something, and they may come to Islam. They may, you know. So your little tricks, sending in women dressed like this, people coming in acting crazy, and setting cameras the size of a micro dot in the mosque, spread disinformation, and have people just talking in the mosque while the imam is giving this khutbah. You know what? It don't make no difference anyway. Because you know what? Shaitan, or the devil, plans, but Allah plans. But Allah is the best planner. And like I said, the imams that I know, they know that some of their mosques have been infiltrated, and we laugh about it. Just to the enemy out there, we laugh about it. A lot of them been saying we don't do nothing against the law anyway. So, hey, come on in. Drop something in the receptacle box. Drop a donation. While you're in there doing things and trying to blend in, drop a donation. Okay? To whatever little organization you belong to that wants to set a fire to something, to burn down. But Islam is not a fire that you can extinguish. And I say that with all due respect. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world. Thank you to the United States of America. I think they have recognized Ramadan is something that U.S. President Joe Biden signed. Told you he's a good man. One thing I like, Fox Television is a news station around the world. They're throwing stones at him. But you know what? I am so proud of him the way he doesn't even pay any attention to Fox Television. He pays no attention to Sean Hamilton, Carson, pays no attention. Somebody once said the information they put out, it's gone before you know it. It's like breaking wind in a hurricane. Before you before you smell it, it's gone. So the evil stuff or the bad stuff that they are disseminating this information about Joe Biden, Fox Television. I am so glad that he's man enough not even to pay attention to you, not even respond. Means nothing, you know. Means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. So I'm going to, end in the words of Assalamu alaikum, and I'm going to make a attempt to do shows about Islam, and you are in to my sponsors. If you are in Chicago, visiting Chicago, I know somebody in Chicago. If you need your haircut, sponsor, go to 7900 South Jeffrey to Frazier's Barber Shop. His name is Stan, is the barber. Stan, he's a short guy with braids. He's the greatest barber in Chicago, in my opinion. Support him. And if you need your automobile fixed, go to Rick's Muffler Shop at 8300 South Exchange. Honest Mechanic. Okay. And the Citizen Suburban newspaper. Run an ad with them. Run an ad with them. The Citizen Suburban newspaper. Located at 8733. I'm going to have to say, look that up. Look that up. And actually, I don't have to do that. Because you know what? Because of technology, I can look it up right now. CITTIZEN. Suburban. I'm looking it up. Newspaper. I want y'all to. Okay. You know what? I would like for y'all to look up, Citizen Suburban newspaper. And you know what? And I don't know why I'm having a hard time. But they are in Chicago. Yes. Okay. And I would like for you to support them. I'm gonna put the address. I guess what I'll do is I'll put the address in there. And Shave My Media Productions. We do video production in Chicago. If you want something like this set up, let me know. If you want some video production done, a press conference, a event film, let me know. My telephone number will be in the subscription. And Royal Camera Shop in Hanover Park. They service my cameras. So support them. And want to get off. And you know what? I will put these things in the description. And my PayPal. If you make a donation, I'll put it right back into my production to make it better production. And all the people that did send something, thank you. All the people that sent prayers, thank you. The prayers go out to the people in Ukraine and Russia and China. The Muslims are being oppressed. And may there be peace between Palestine and Israel. And may the deen of Islam continue to spread no matter what type of disinformation that the media or Hollywood uses to defame Islam. May it continue spreading. Thank you to Joe Biden. leaving Afghanistan, and let more Muslims come to the United States of America. Joe Biden is all right. But you know who's the best? The best is Allah. Because all these things that happen are by the permission of Allah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this broadcast. And I see there are people that are watching. They're not going to the chat room. But it's okay. It's okay. You know what? Because I will, you know what? The information will be heard. The information will be heard by who Allah wants to hear it. And because everything is by the permission of Allah. And the ones that don't hear, Allah does not want them to hear because believe in predestination. You're supposed to do. So I get what Allah wants me to have and what Allah doesn't want me to have. Alhamdulillah. There's one person that looks. There's something good out of it. Good. There's no people that look. Allah. Allah knew my intention. That is important too. My intentions was to do good, not evil, not to spread mischief, not to spread hatred, lies, deception, and manipulation. I'm not off into that. I want to say thank you to everybody, to the people in the United States, Canada, Central America, Argentina, Brazil, Peru, Africa, the diaspora, Europe, Asia, Australia, and the North Pole and the South Pole, and Japan. You know that Muslims, and Indonesia. I know there are a lot of Muslims. You know what? There are more Muslims in Indonesia anywhere on the planet. I thought it was more. I thought it was more in Saudi Arabia and Japan. Okay, so from and Mecca in Saudi Arabia. I hope one day to be able to make the Hajj. If I can't make the Hajj, if I become ill or sick, then I can send somebody on the Hajj for me to get those blessings. So read everybody in the words. Assalamu alaikum to you. And Ramadan Mubarak. No matter what year you look at it, look at this. This is what we was talking about. Islam and Ramadan. Thank you to Brother Beha and Master Del Fatil, which I go to 4700 South Woodline in Chicago. Built by the champ, most recognized face, my time, Muhammad Ali. Thank you. Okay. So all praises to Allah, everybody. Inshallah, maybe I will be doing a broadcast later on if Allah permits. Assalamu alaikum.